Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know if it's working. Okay, I'm live now. Oh my goodness. I haven't gone live on here on my computer in so long. Hopefully you guys can see me. That there's so many buttons and like steps that I don't know what I'm doing. I used to be able to, just hit live and you went live. So, hi you guys. Um is there a way for me to yeah, okay, so I can see comments and all there. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Let's get this thing going. That just threw me off entirely. The whole live system has changed. But hi guys. I'm so excited. Hopefully you guys can see me. I keep getting notifications that the speed or whatever is weird. So hopefully you guys can see me. Drop a 1 if you guys hop on and can see me so that I know this is working. And say hello. Hi guys. So I wanted to hop on and kick off this 6-week push as we're going for this Christmas cash, right? How freaking exciting and crazy is this bonus? I don't know about you, but I am like so dang ready to get to work. If you guys are ready to earn this Christmas cash bonus, hey Alicia, then I want you to put Christmas cash in the chat or in the comments, okay? I want to know who is serious. We talked a little bit in our team chat about this bonus. And so for those of you guys who were already committed and serious in our chat, you are invited into an invite-only exclusive Zoom tonight right after this live to help you game plan, strategize, and get ready for these bonuses. So if you want to be added into that and you are not already, drop Christmas cash that you are ready to show up for your business daily, that you're ready to put in the hard work over these next 6 weeks to earn that crazy bonus. And if you are, I will get you the information. And if you guys happen to watch this as a replay down the road, then let me know and I'll get you the recording if you're ready to get the work in. I mean, $3,000 on the 16th, right before Christmas. Yes, please. I would like that. So, if that is you, let me know. So, aside from all of that, let's talk goal setting. Okay, I've put together a 7-step program to help you set goals effectively and then execute, because it's a twofold system and you can't just set your goal, you've also got to set out and do the work to accomplish it. So when it comes to goal setting, why I wanted to start off this, well, we've got a 6-week period here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's gonna be a lot of work to earn this bonus, but every single one of you is capable, every single one of you is worthy, every single one of you is able to earn this bonus yourself. There's absolutely nothing that is going to disqualify you. There's nothing that says you can't earn it too. I don't care if you've not signed a single customer yet in your business. You still can show up starting today and earn this amazing bonus for yourself and your family for Christmas. And so a big thing going into a big push like this, which we're going to do now, and then we'll talk again come the new year, because I don't know about you guys, I love New Year's, I love getting that fresh start, but we're going to talk goal setting and how to effectively do that, okay? So step 1 of our 7 steps is going to be to get super clear about your goal. We have to be super clear. You have to know, taste, feel that goal. Okay, so for example, because, oh, I got distracted. Sorry. Okay, so it keeps popping up and telling me my frame rate is slow. So hopefully this is working for you guys. But vague goals, we have to get specific. Vague goals means vague results. Okay? We want specific results. We want that $3,000 Christmas bonus. We don't just want to make more money, right? And so when we're talking specific goals, I don't want to hear that I want to sign more customers. Okay? I don't want to hear that I want to promote. I want to get up more host to post. I want to be able to help with bills. I don't want those kind of goals, guys. That is too vague for what we're working on. What we're working for here is you've got to be so stinking specific. Okay, I want to sign 5 customers this month. I want to sign 5 distributors this month. I want to sign 1 customer today. I want to help pay my $400 car payment. I want to be able to pay my $180 car insurance. I want to be able to pay my $1,500 rent. Like, I want you to be so dang specific. I want to be able to buy my kid the game system that they want for Christmas, like the $300 game system. Like, I want you to be so specific of what your goal is with this Christmas cash. Like, I want to earn, the $3,000 Christmas cash. I also want to earn the $1,500 success bonus. I want to earn $300 in the tier 1s. I want to earn $1,400 in the tier 2s. Like, get dang specific. I want you to not just set then what your goal is, but I want you to think about why that is your goal. To make those goals have more of an impact, you want to connect them to a feeling. I know I'm working for this Christmas bonus because I want to pay the rest of our medical debt that we've gotten with Oakland's procedure. If you guys have followed around on my journey, it's been a whirlwind with my soon-to-be 6-month-old. We've had a lot of medical issues. She's not been eating. She dropped weight. Like, it's just been all over the place. We've seen multiple different specialists. We're going through therapy, chiropractors. We just had a tongue release or tie release surgery last Friday, and all of it ended up having to be out of pocket. And so that has added up. And so I want this bonus to be able to afford Christmas, yes, and be able to do things like that. But more specifically for me right now is I want to pay the rest of that medical debt. To me, that's a big deal. That's what I know specifically what I'm working for, and I know the exact dollar amount of what that medical debt is. That's what I'm working for. And how does that make me feel? I want Oakland to be able to grow up without having that looming debt over her. Even though it's not her debt, I grew up, thinking that all you did in life was accumulate debt. I didn't know you could ever pay it off. Like, I literally believed that you just got debt and got debt and got debt and then eventually filed for bankruptcy. I thought that's how the world worked. And I want to create a culture so different for her as she grows up. I want to get the debt when that kind of thing happens, but then I want to pay it off. I want to have that weight gone. I want to be able to rest easy. And I want that done with this first. It's an easy, tangible goal for me. It's specific and it feels something. And so I want every single goal you have over these next 6 weeks, I want you to dive into it, to talk into specificity, and then I want you to talk into the feeling of why that is your goal. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to get super clear about our goals. Number 2, I want you to make your goal measurable. Okay? You have to be, again, this kind of goes with being specific and being clear, is you have to make it measurable. If your goal is not measurable, how do you know when you achieve it? Right? Like, you've got to have a measurable goal so you can measure the success and measure the steps towards it. For example, if you were to say, I'm going to sign more customers this month, what does that mean? If you didn't sign any customers last month, if you sign 1 this month, is that going to achieve your goal? Is that what you're looking for? Or do you want to sign 4? Do you want to sign 8? Do you want to earn a 4 and a 1 or 4 and 1 bonus? Do you want to work on earning the Christmas cash? Like, what do you want specifically? Put that number on it. We've got to have something measurable. Step number 3 with our goal setting is going to be to give your goal a deadline. You've got to give your goal a deadline. You can't just say, I'm going to sign a customer. Cool, but are you going to sign a customer in the next 6 years? Or are you going to sign a customer in the next 72 hours? In the next week? You've got to put that timeline on it. Deadlines create focus, and they give us a sense of urgency. Otherwise, we have a tendency to just kind of float around without that real, tangible urgency. That's why a lot of us work harder at the end of the month. At the end of the month, you have until the midnight or on the last day of the month to complete that month. You want your commissions to be commission qualified, to earn a bonus, whatever that is. That timeline, that deadline comes at the end of the month. So a lot of us will typically dive in and we work harder at the end of the month. Yet if you would have worked all month with that urgency, right, you wouldn't have to work harder. You'd be achieving those goals. So we've got to put a deadline. We've got to know when we need the goal met by. And then we're going to do our very best to achieve that goal, okay? We're going to work hard on it. This Christmas cash bonus is what we're working on right now. So we're going to set that goal. We're going to go and earn the Christmas cash bonus, and we're going to work our hardest to do so. But we're not going to beat ourselves up if we don't make it. That's so dang important, guys. If you take anything away from this, you learn to set your goal, but most importantly, you've got to learn that if you don't hit it in your timeline, that is okay. Okay? That is okay. When you're working towards a goal, that means you're getting better and better every single day. And that alone, the process, you guys, that is where so much value comes in. The process, you've got to learn to fall in love with the process of achieving your goals. Fall in love with the process of growing your business. Fall in love with the process of becoming your best self. And that's where that success, that motivation, that continued push is going to come in. Is you've got to be in love with the process, because the result is fleeting. Your goal will be achieved. That's a one-time thing. So then what? Right? I used to talk all the time about the hardest points in life, and so many people, we talk about the mountaintops and we talk about the valleys, and which is the hardest, which is the fastest, which is the most monumental, the valley or the mountaintop. It's neither. It's the mountain itself, because the valley is going to come and go. The mountaintop's going to come and go, but the space between, that's the biggest part of the mountain. That's the climb. Whether it's an up climb or a down climb, it's the climb. You've got to fall in love with the middle, with the process. That's how you're going to stay in tune with your goals and keep that rejuvenated energy towards them. And then we got to make sure our deadline is realistic. If you've never signed a customer in your business, is it realistic to say you're going to do a 4-in-1 by Friday? Is that? Now, is it realistic to say you're going to sign a customer by Friday? Heck to the yeah. Because you want to make sure you're setting goals that are going to push you. But you want to set goals that are also realistic. Because if you're not setting goals that are realistic, you're setting yourself up for failure, which is setting you up for discouragement, which is making that next goal even harder. And so we've got to set realistic timelines for our goals. All right. Number 4. So number 4 for our goal setting is to plan your action steps. Guys, we cannot skip over this step, because planning your action steps is the single difference between being a successful goal setter or a successful goal achiever. It's not enough to set your goals. It's not enough to be so dang crystal clear that you can taste it if you are not going to do the work to get there. You can write down your goals every single day. You can put them in your face every single day. But if you don't do anything to make that goal come together, that goal's not going to come together. I was talking about this with some of my girls earlier, some of you guys, and I was talking about putting legs to our prayers. We sit there, we set these goals, we bring them to God, we start praying over this thing in our life. But I can sit here and I can pray for a Christmas cash bonus every single day. I can write down, I'm earning a Christmas cash bonus every single day. But if I don't do any work, if I don't put legs to my prayers, it's not going to come together. It's not going to happen. I'm not just going to wake up at the end of the 6 weeks and be like, cool, Christmas cash, let's go. I'm going to go spend this. It's in my bank account. Like, that's not going to happen. You've got to set the goal. You've got to be clear. You've got to do these things, but then you've got to do the work to make it come together. You've got to make it happen. So to set those action steps, we start with the end result. What are you wanting to achieve? So let's say signing a customer, okay? So if your goal is to sign one customer in the next 72 hours, all right? So that's our end result. That's where we're going to start. Now we're going to backtrack of what do we need to do between right now and 72 hours from now when our customer is signed to achieve that. We set mini goals, okay? So our big goal, Christmas cash bonus, sign one customer, whatever it is. Now, how are we going to make mini goals? So to sign one customer, what do we need to do? We need to get up host to post, all right? So how many host to post are you going to get up in the next 72 hours? Let's say 30, okay? We're going to push and get 30 host to post in the next 72 hours. Cool. That's a mini goal. What else do we need to do? We need to grow a friends list. Cool. How many friend requests are you going to send out in the next 72 hours? Say 75. Cool. Mini goal. All right, so we want to sign a customer in the next 72 hours. What else do we need to do? We need to post on Facebook, okay? So let's say we'll post twice a day. Cool. What's the next thing that we need to do to get that customer in the next 72 hours? We need to follow up. So what we're doing here is we're taking this big goal, we're dissecting it, and we're making it into tangible mini goals along the way. So every single time we achieve a mini goal, we are one step closer to that big goal. And so we've got to break down every goal we have right now into those achievable action steps, those mini goals that are going to get us there along the way. All right, number 5 is to review the progress regularly. This is so important, and I feel like this is one of the things that we discard most. I think this is one of the like things that we don't do as often as we need to, but we skip over, is taking the time to hold ourselves accountable. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that if I had an accountability partner, I would be successful in this business. If I had someone to check in on me every 10 minutes, I'd be successful with my business. Well, guys, no one's going to hold your hand to success. That's your job. You have to learn to hold yourself accountable. That's one of the reasons, that is probably the single biggest reason people join network marketing, join this company, and then don't see the results and the success they're looking for, is because they can't self-motivate, they can't hold themselves accountable. We grow up in this society, in this world, where we are told what to do and someone else is there being responsible for us, right? We go to school. Cool. Your mom wakes you up. You get to school. You go to class. The bell rings. You're told to go to your next class. The bell rings to go to the next class. You come home. You do it all over again. You go to a job. Your boss tells you when to show up. Your boss tells you what to do. We are so used to being told what to do and being graded on it. You know, in school and your job, you're being held accountable. Well, you're now running your own business. You've got to show up and hold yourself accountable, and that is a skill that you have to practice. No one shows up on day one knowing how to hold themselves perfectly accountable, making no mistake, being completely self-motivated. It's a skill that we develop over time. Just like going to the gym, you can't pick up, the highest weights on day one, but if you do a little bit every single day, you build up to it. So that's what we've got to do with these goals, and we just got to hold ourselves accountable by reviewing our progress daily. So what great way to do this at the end of the day is to sit down with your daily task list, what you wanted to get done that day, which we're going to talk about more in a minute. That's my step 6. Is to sit down with that list before you go to bed and just review it. What did you get done on that list? What did you not get done on that list? What did you do well? What could you have improved on? And guys, don't put any blame on this, okay? There is 2 sides of business, mechanical and emotional. And a lot of times our issues come into play when we get those 2 lines crossed, right? Emotional is dealing with your team. Emotional is creating content. Emotional is talking to people and helping their problems. Mechanical is the things that we do because we have to do it, okay? So when we're sitting here and we're reevaluating our day, we want it to be more mechanical. We don't want to sit there and harp on ourselves. Say, well, I had 10 things I wanted to do today, and I did 1, and I'm just XYZ, right? That starts this train of negative talk. We start thinking that we're not good enough. We start thinking that, we're poor, pitiful me, and we're, start making these excuses, and we allow that negative self-talk to start stewing up inside of ourselves. And I want you to not do that, okay? It's not a bad thing if you don't accomplish everything on your to-do list. It's not. That's totally okay, because guess what? Life happens. Every single day is going to look different in your business. Every single day is looking different in your life. Things come up, things happen, and we give ourselves grace in those moments. That's what this business is about. It's about creating a space to live your life and have that income alongside of it. But we don't want to do this in a sense that it takes over everything. You want to be present in your life, and sometimes that means your day doesn't quite add up to what you wanted it to be. And that's okay. We have grace in those moments. We work hard when we can to afford those moments when we need them. And so we sit down and we look at it, we review our day, and we decide, what did we do well? What could we improve on? And tomorrow we're going to adjust. If you maybe didn't, you say your goal was to get up 10 host to post, and you only got up 5. Okay, well, what did we do wrong? We didn't talk to enough people. Cool. So tomorrow, what are we going to do? We're going to talk to more people. Boom. It's not a bad thing that you got at 5 host posts. I mean, actually, it's a good thing, right? Because if you wouldn't have done that, you wouldn't have had 5 host posts. That's 5 new host posts. That's 5 steps closer to where you want to be. It's not a bad thing that you didn't hit 10. It's a good thing that you got at least 5, right? And then we're not going to beat ourselves up. Cool, this is what we're doing. And we just found the solution to help tomorrow be even better. So tomorrow we're going to talk to more people. And then if we get 7 host posts, cool. That's 2 more than the day before. Heck yeah. How are we going to fix this tomorrow? We're going to put up a giveaway post maybe. Cool, let's do that. Maybe we're going to message for second entries. Cool, we're going to do that. We're going to find the solution to help work towards those goals. And we're going to do that every single day. We're going to sit there. We're going to reevaluate what we get done today. And guys, when you're setting your daily list, hold that thought. I'll come back to that. That's my next thing. We'll go ahead and go to that one. Stop segueing around. Number 6 on our masterminding goals is to prioritize your daily tasks. Sit down in the morning and make a task list for your day. If you don't do this, I'm telling you, you are missing out on so much productivity. Because if we don't tell our time where to go, it's going to find somewhere. And so often we get ready for bed and we're like, crap, I didn't get anything done today. Or you sit and you're like, okay, well, I've got 30 minutes. I can get some work done. At the end of the 30 minutes, you're like, crap, I didn't accomplish anything. Because we're not being intentional. If you don't tell your time where to go, it's going to find somewhere to go. And so one of my favorite things I've done in my business, especially during busy seasons. I just had my daughter, okay? She's my first. She's about to be 6 months old. Crazy. But I'm in a brand new season of life, okay? I'm drowning most days. I don't know what's going on. She doesn't sleep still, so I'm up all night. I'm more tired than I knew possible. And my business is not the same as it was before. It's had to pivot with me. And this right here has been one of the key things in helping me continue with my business through this different season for me, is taking that time in the morning to plan your day. It doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, one of the things I love to do is just to get my phone, open up the notes section, and make a checklist. It's got like on iPhone, you've got like a little button on there that you can make little check boxes, and you can literally check them off throughout the day. And so I sit down in the morning and I'm like, what do I want to accomplish today? What do I need my day to look like? You know, today, for example, Oakland had a chiropractic appointment. So that was on my to-do list. Chiropractor, cool. It was to get her to take a nap by herself. We're working on trying to transition to get her to nap on her own more and not with us. So that was on my to-do list. Try a nap by ourselves. I wanted to come live and do a training with you guys. That's on my list. That one almost didn't get done, but I'm prioritizing, okay? That one was on there. To be on that invite-only Zoom tonight for the Christmas cash goal setting. That's on my to-do list. To get my follow-ups done today. That's on my to-do list. To update my scripts for the month. That's on my to-do list. And so I sit there in the morning and I am intentional to do the dishes. That's on my to-do list. So I'm sitting there and I'm intentional in the morning to plan my day. What this is going to do every single day is, one, it's going to prioritize your day. It's going to put the things in front of you. So it's easy to be at the end of the day and be like, well, I didn't accomplish anything. Well, what did you want to accomplish? Right? You've got to set that intention or you're just going to flounder through the day. You're going to get stuff done, but it may not be the things that you needed to, right? I'm not just going to say, oh, I'm going to go to Oakland's doctor. Like, you make an appointment. That's how you get it done, is you put it on your calendar. Your day is the same way. Put that on your calendar. Put down the things that you want to get done. And so then when you're finding those pockets of time where I was just finished dinner with my husband and I was like, you know what? I haven't done that training yet. I've got some time right now before we've got the call tonight. I'm going to go do that right now. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. So when I saw the pocket of time, I knew what to fill it. Because if I didn't know what to put in that time, then I probably would have watched TV or scrolled on Facebook or done something else that may be even beneficial. Maybe I would have done the laundry. But that wasn't on my to-do list for today. That wasn't my focus for today. So then things that I did need to get done didn't happen because I didn't prioritize and I wasn't intentional with planning my day in the morning. And then when we do this, it also gives us something to review at night, right? It's hard to review and check in on your goals if you didn't set them for the day. So that is an amazing, amazing tool to do every single morning. And then we got to prioritize what's most important. Coming live and talking to you guys was more important than getting my follow-ups in for me today. So that's what when it came down to, I had time. I was like, what's more important? It's at the top of my to-do list. That's the thing I'm doing. Getting the dishes was a high priority. So that was higher on my to-do list. It got done. And so the point of prioritizing your individual tasks so you can do the most important things first is because at the end of the day, when we sit down and review, we see what we accomplished and what we didn't. If we do nothing but our number one priority task, okay, we are still getting closer to our goal. It's a win. If every single day you make a list of 5 things and you only get the most important thing done, you are still getting closer to your goal. You're still on the right track. We don't have to be perfect. But by prioritizing is if I made my list and there was no priority on it and the only thing I did today was the dishes, that's not going to be enough to get me where I need to go because doing a training with you guys was more important. Being on the call tonight was more important. I prioritized those things. So I'm doing the things that I need to achieve the life that I want. And lastly, is we've got to clear your blocks to success. Guys, action will never get you to your goal. Belief will. Okay? I'm going to say it again for those in the back. You will never be able to do enough to achieve the level of success you want. You have to have the belief to get the level of success you want. Your beliefs will massively block you from where you're wanting to go. Every single one of you guys, I started saying this and I still believe it, every single one of you is capable of earning the success bonus, of the Christmas cash bonus. But not every one of you will. In fact, most of you won't. And I don't mean that to be mean or to say that you couldn't. Every single one of you could. But most of you don't believe you can. If you do not believe it is possible, it's not possible. It's possible for you. But if you don't believe that you can do it, you cannot do it. Whether believe you can or whether you believe you cannot, you are right. So no matter how hard you're working, if you don't believe the success is going to come, it doesn't matter. The work you're doing is going to be fruitless. Whenever you don't achieve your goals, whenever you set that goal, whenever you do the work, you follow all these steps, you get your action steps in, you complete your action steps daily, and you still don't achieve the end goal, then that right there is a light bulb moment that your belief is not enough. You have got to have belief in yourself. You've got to have belief in your products and belief in this opportunity in order to achieve these goals, okay? And so I want you guys to think of this goal, whatever that goal was at the beginning, those real ones, those ones that we started to feel something about, okay? I want you to think about it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see that goal. I want you to feel that $3,000 in your hand, or open up your bank account and you see that $3,000 there. I want you to feel it. I want you to know exactly what you would do with it. Now, I want you to make a list of every reason you can't have it. What came into your mind? Because every single one of you's got a list. It's too much work in a short amount of time. I haven't earned a success bonus. How am I going to do it? Last month sucked for me. How am I supposed to do something like this? I'm not a good enough leader to sign a new team and train them. I don't have what it takes. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of it. I can't do it. Like, as simple as that. I just can't. Why is that idea of seeing that $3,000 in your bank account, that $3,000 in your hand, why can't that be reality? I want you to make that whole list, okay? Because those are all valid things. And then we're going to start revising them. Number one, we're going to burn the paper. That's one of my favorite exercises whenever I'm really feeling bogged down in life, whenever I'm really struggling with depression. I sit down and I love to make a list or write a prayer or something just to get that negative out, to literally take that toxic energy that is holding me captive, that is keeping me from our goals. You know, when you have this thing, and take it, leak it out, put everything into it, written down, not just thought it, not just say it. No, I want you to physically write down why you can't have success, why you're not good enough, why you doubt it. Maybe your parents told you never amount to anything. Maybe your husband doesn't support you in this business and tells you it's a scam. Maybe people have been rude to you when you've talked to them. Whatever it is that is holding you back, I want you to pour everything into that piece of paper. And guys, I just did this with a leadership course I'm taking, and I'm telling you, if you don't cry, then you've got to keep writing. Why are you not good enough for this? Why don't you deserve it? And it sucks and it hurts to really think about those things. But I want you to go deep. I want you to think of every insecurity, every doubt, every fear that you have surrounding this. And then I want you to take that piece of paper. I want you to say, God, I give it to you, because my worth comes from who I am, not what I am and what I've done. And you're going to burn. I'm telling you, man, you're going to feel like a new person after this. A new person. We're going to take these things, because you can follow all the other steps, guys. You can do all of the work. You can everything. But if you do not take the time to remove those roadblocks, to let go, to give it to God, man, you're not going to achieve it. So, that's my last step here. Is because nothing else matters if you don't take the time to remember that who you are and whose you are defines you. Not what you've done in the past, not what someone else says, not what your results have been like before. None of that matters. That's not where the belief is going to come from, is you're going to tell yourself that you're a bad A and you can do this. So once you go through all of these steps, guys, this is how we're going to make effective goals. We're going to make goals that we don't just set. We're not goal setters, okay? We're goal crushers. We're going to goal achievers, especially with this Christmas cash. I want to see so many of you earn this. I want to see so many of you get close to earning this. Because guess what? If you get one for a friend on your way to this bonus, that's $150. If you get all your tier 1s done, that's $300. If you get your tier 1s, or you get just your tier 2s done, that's $1,400. If you get half of it done, right? You're still making that money on the way. Every single one of you is worthy and deserving of this bonus. Every single one of you is capable, has the ability and the power, and is God ordained the spot of life to be at for this. There is absolutely nothing in you that will disqualify you. Nothing. You are beautiful and wonderfully made, and you are destined for greatness in this company, in this business, and in your life. And it's time that we remember. It is time that we remember that we are children of God, and God literally says that He is creating and giving us a life of abundance. And this, it can be it. If this is the abundance that you're looking for right now, if this is the thing, then do the things to get there. Set the goals, get the work in, and by George, believe and remember whose you are. What the Bible calls you. How you're set apart. Because I want to see all of you go out there and do this. I believe so aggressively in you, and I'm so excited as we go forward towards these next 6 weeks. I know people's lives are going to be changed, and I'm so excited to be a part of that. So I'm praying for every single one of you. I'm so excited to see who's ready to earn this Christmas cash, and I love you dearly. I'm going to be doing a lot more trainings as we go forward, and so keep an eye out, and I love you guys. Have a great Tuesday.